What's up, guys? I'm going to teach you how to build a scraper so you can find viral content or monitor your competitors to see what they're doing and what they're posting. Now, this works really well if you're doing it at scale. So obviously, if you just have one account, it's pretty easy to open up the app and you can just scroll and see what's going on. But let's say you're trying to keep an eye over, hundreds of accounts, right? And you kind of want to see what's trending for each of those accounts. And you kind of want an overview picture. Well, that's where this system comes in. So we use a combination of Airtable, Instagram API on Rapid API, and then Make.com. So Make.com is basically the back end, and then Airtable is just like the database front end, which we can see all the data. And Rapid API is just so you can get the API key, and that's just so you can communicate with the Instagram system, right? So let's say we have a new Airtable here, right? And we're gonna do an Instagram scraper. So the first thing we have to do is create a table where we're gonna put our accounts, right? And then we'll create another table where we can create the, whatever comes back, right? Like the posts. Okay, so in this accounts table, you're gonna have your usernames in the first column, username. And then you're gonna have like all the other information that you wanna get back. So usually we look at the username and then we look at like the follower count, right? You can use a single line text, followers, and then you can use another single line text. You need to find the Instagram API key. The one that we're using is Instagram 243. That's how I know which one it is. And you can just search it, Instagram, and you can find it. I know there's a lot, but I think it's this one maybe. The way I know it is because I have it saved. Yeah, so it's Instagram API column. It's that one, and it's that one, and then I confirm it by looking at the 243. And this just means that your endpoints are gonna be the same as what I'm showing in the tutorial. And so we're gonna come make a new scenario in make.com. And so this is where we're going to start building our automation. So the first thing you always want to do is Airtable, because what we want to do is we want to search the records so we can get that specific list of our competitors. So in this case, we have two. So the base that you want to get is the same name of this base here, Instagram Scraper Tutorial. And the table is accounts. Remember, there's two tables, accounts and posts. And the view, just leave that all empty. So the limit is 10, but we just have 2, so that should be fine. Next thing you want to do is an HTTP request, and that's basically how the API calls Instagram to get all the information that you want. Cool. And then the next thing, whatever information that has, we want to bring it back into our Airtable, and we want to update all the information. So we're going to go update a record. Okay, we're back. So we just ran this HTTP request module, and we can see like all the data came back, right? So you can see there's like a lot of information we can get here, and we can kind of like dive into this real quick, but you can get like latitude, longitude, city ID. This is mostly if it's a business account and has an address, but I mean, you can get so much information here. Like you get the follower count, which is what we're after, the following count. You get information about the reels, the posts, profile pic URL, category, digital creator, right? So there's just so much information we can get about our competitors, and that kind of allows us to monitor all our accounts. So for that information, we're not so much worried about the competitors as we are just trying to get an overview of all of our accounts, right? So if you're running 100 accounts, it's very difficult to keep track of which account is which, how many posts did you do your post today, is the followers growing over time. So this is kind of like a custom built system where we can just monitor hundreds and hundreds of accounts. And then the second part of this is going to be how you can monitor the posts, right? How you can find the viral posts. And it's kind of the same concept, but instead of monitoring your own accounts, you'll just monitor your competitors' accounts. So you could build a competitor list of like 100 of your competitors and just scrape those guys' posts. So every time they post a new post, you could scrape it And then we'll build the Airtable out to sort it by whatever we're looking at. If we're looking at views, likes, comments, anything like that. So we're gonna run this real quick one time, just with this play button down here. So as you can see, it went and it pulled the two records, right? First Miley Cyrus, then The Rock. Then it passes over to here, where it makes the call and gets all the information. And then it comes into this Airtable, and this is the part that we have to fix. You have to run it, otherwise it's not going to show the information. It's not going to show the data here for whatever reason. So with the data here, we can go ahead and like autofill these. And we're looking for follower count. We're looking for following. And we're looking for posts. And if it's too much stuff, you can just search like posts. Or I think it's called like media count, right? So you can do like that. And then link in bio, maybe try link, call URL. Okay, so that's basically done. So we got the followers, the following, and the posts. But we can just do like a little formatting here. Because this is a single line text, it's just gonna like spit it out like that. But if you made it as a number, and then you did the preset like whole number with no decimals, and then comma separators, show 1,000 separators. As you can see now, the format is much more readable. And you can do the same thing to here. But let's go ahead and just verify it just so you can see that this is accurate. So we see 396 million, 0 following, and 7,840 posts with this link in the bio. If we go back here, all of that matches up. Okay, cool. So hopefully you got a lot of value out of this. Like I said, the use case is mostly for monitoring hundreds of accounts. If you're running hundreds of accounts, especially across different socials, let's say you're running 100 on Insta, 100 on TikTok, 100 on YouTube, then it's good. You can just build like one database, and then you can just build 3 different tables, right? You could have IG accounts, TikTok accounts, whatever. And you can have basically a full picture overview of all of your accounts across all platforms. And you can be looking at the posts and you can get any information that you want. All right, hopefully if you found that valuable, like you can go ahead and implement it. Or if you want to get on a call with me, I'm happy to help you. If you have any questions, I can tell you what I'm working on and help you out with whatever you're working on. So just book a call in my bio, and I'll see you then.